Chairperson, honorable members, before you is Miss Chimwemwe Kachukua, former Special Assistant, Special Duties to the Vice President. Thank you.
Miss Chimwemwe Kachukua, you can sit down. Thank you for taking time to heed our call and make yourself available to the Parliamentary Ad Hoc Committee that has been set up by Parliament to establish to investigate into the death and the accident that happened in Chikangawa. You've been singled out because you were the special assistant carrying out special duties in the office of the Vice President. And you played a supporting role in coordinating the Vice President's official activities and engagements. Given your involvement in logistical and administrative arrangements, your testimony is expected to provide insights into the planning of the Mzuzu trip, communications among officials, scheduling arrangements, and any changes that may have occurred before departure. We will ask you to give a testimony of what you know after you've taken oath. But for now, for the time being, I will allow members to formally introduce themselves to you. We have the members of the Ad Hoc Committee on my right-hand side, and thereafter we will administer the oath. May I start on the far right?
Afternoon, Chair. I'm Ismail Nkumba, the MP for Atlanta City, Ndera and the Malabada Nyambadu constituency, and I'm a member of this ad hoc committee. Thank you.
Good evening, Chair. My name is Mpatso Jones Bodi. I'm a member of Parliament for Lilongwe Mode constituency. Thank you.
Good evening, Chair. My name is Felix Njawala, Member of Parliament, Mwanza Central constituency.
Good evening, Chair. My name is Dailes Moses Mbengo, MP for Ncheutos and Vai constituency and member for this ad hoc committee. Thank you.
Good evening, Chair. My name is Varela Kafafa, Member of Parliament for the Tamani constituency. Thank you.
Chair, Gilbert Konyongwa, Member of Parliament, Mlange North. Thank you.
Chair, my name is Dumisani Lindani, a Member of Parliament for Zomba Tondo constituency and a member of this committee. Thank you.
Chair, my name is James Mpunga. I'm a Member of Parliament for Zomba City South constituency and I'm a VC for this committee.
The leadership of the Parliament Secretariat.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, and good evening. My name is Joseph Manzi. I am the Deputy Clerk of Parliament, responsible for procedural services. I'm leading the team of the Secretariat that is supporting this ad hoc committee on the inquiry. I thank you, Chair.
My name is Walter Nyemilandu Manda, the Chairman of the ad hoc committee and an MP for Nsanje Southwest. As I mentioned earlier on, you'll be required to take oath. But just to inform you that the hearing is live. It's being broadcasted live on Parliamentary TV, on Facebook, and YouTube, and various media houses. We also wanted to hear from you the preference of your language. If you want, when you want to communicate with us, what's your preference? Just press the button there. Yeah.
Thank you, Chair. If it's all right with the committee, I'd like to use both Chichewa and English.
Much obliged. May I request Secretariat to administer the oath?
I, Chimwemwe Kachukua, do solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give
that the evidence that I shall give
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You may proceed to respond to the summons that were issued to you. And feel free to express yourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair, and the whole committee. I have, for now, a brief submission. With your permission, and if required, I may add one or two other items. So I will read from my submission. Background. I was employed by the Malawi government from 2014 to 2025 as a special assistant, special duties in the office of the Vice President. I worked with the late Vice President of the Republic of Malawi, Right Honorable Dr. Salos Klaus Chilima, until his passing in June 2024. After his demise, I remained at the OVP up to the end of my contract on 30th September 2025. The following 5 people who perished in the aircraft were known to me, and I had worked with them many times during my tenure at the office of the Vice President. Madam Patricia Shanil Zambiri, the Vice President's Special Advisor on Women Affairs. Mr. Lucas Kapeni, Guard Commander. Mr. Chisomo Chimaneni, Aide de Camp, ADC. Mr. Kingston Labukeni, Deputy Protocol Officer at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Mr. Daniel Kanyemba, Medical Personnel. The 3 members of staff from the MDF who also died in the aeroplane crash were not known to me, and I did not interact with them. My role at the OVP as Special Assistant for Special Duties in this particular incident regarding the trip to the funeral of late Mr. Raphael Kasambala, we were informed that both Madam Mele Chilima and Right Honorable Dr. Salos Chilima would attend the burial ceremony of late Mr. Raphael Kasambala in Katabe on Monday, 10th June 2024. I was asked by His Honor to organize wreaths for the occasion and also contact some of the people who would fly with him. If I may just add here that sometimes when His Honor, the VP, had engagements or was traveling and the program was public, I would be told to inform the special assistants or special advisors who would accompany him. So that is what I did on that day, on Sunday. I informed some members of staff that His Honor is going to attend the funeral in Katabe, and so and so are requested to accompany him. On Sunday, 9th June 2024, late Dr. Chilima and Madam Mary Chilima were expected to arrive at Kamuzu International Airport in the afternoon, and I planned to welcome them at the airport. Unfortunately, although I started off for Lumbadzi as planned, I returned midway as there was a slight delay around Kanengo. I therefore decided to turn back and attend to the order for the funeral wreaths, which were expected to be ready late that very same afternoon. What happened here was that on my way to Kanengo, there was a slight traffic incident. So knowing that I might be delayed going to the airport and might meet the convoy already coming back, I decided to turn around. so I did not welcome His Honor at the airport and Madam. I didn't meet His Honor on this day, but sent him a message to welcome him and Madam Chidima back home. I updated him that the funeral wreaths had been delivered at his residence. So when you deliver the wreaths at the residence, now that is the police taking care. The security personnel will be taking care of the wreaths. On this day, I contacted the people who were on the list to fly with the late Vice President to Nkata Bay the following day. There was Miss Winnie Nyondo and the Honorable Patricia Zimbiri, who were among the people to accompany His Honor. On Monday, 10th June, I traveled by road to Nkata Bay in the company of Honorable Emily Jintupiri, who was Special Assistant on Governance, and Miss Winnie Nyondo, Special Assistant, Media, and we had a driver assigned to us. Our departure from Lilongwe was very early in the morning, around 4 a.m., with the aim of arriving at the Siwa in Nkata Bay before His Honor, the VP, who was well known for his punctuality. We arrived in Nzuzu before 10 a.m., and we made a brief stop at Sunbird Nzuzu Hotel, where I printed a copy of the speech, or his talking points, the talking points which His Honor was to deliver at the funeral in Nkata Bay. We waited for His Honor's arrival at the Siwa, but were later told that the plane he was in had failed to land in Nzuzu due to bad weather. There was speculation that the plane had returned to Lilongwe. Some of us didn't know what to do and thought the VP might still make it to the funeral. So we remained at the Siwa. When it was time to leave the Siwa for the graveyard, we inquired who would lay the wreaths on behalf of Right Honorable Vice President and Madam Chidima, since they still hadn't arrived at that time. We were just told to identify some people to do that, so we followed the mourners to the graveyard and found two men familiar to us, and we asked them to lay the wreaths. It was around this time when we were at the graveyard or returning from the graveyard that we heard rumors that the plane carrying His Honor couldn't be found or traced on the radar. We noticed that some people gathered in small groups and were talking with concerned looks on their faces. Some left the Siwa for Nzuzu or for Lilongwe. They did not attend the burial. From the graveyard, we heard that some of our colleagues had gathered in Nzuzu and were planning to start looking for the missing plane, or to gather more details about what had happened after the plane had taken off from Kamuzu International Airport. We learned that there was unconfirmed news that the plane had gone down in Chikangawa forest and people had gone to search for it. We just tagged along and joined some searchers in the Chikangawa forest and followed whichever direction people claimed to have news regarding the missing plane. After some fruitless searching in the dark, we were told that we should gather at the Raiply police unit. At that venue, we were told that some people would continue searching and others should leave. My colleagues and I couldn't return to Lilongwe without knowing where the principal was. So we asked our seniors at the OVP to provide us with accommodation in Nzuzu so that we could join the others in the search the following day. We returned to Nzuzu and spent the night without knowing what had happened to His Honor and the other passengers. We left Lilongwe that's an error there. On Tuesday, 11th June, early in the morning, we joined other concerned citizens and resumed the search. On this day, more people had joined the search compared to the previous day, and there were drones being used. After some time, we were told that the airplane wreck had been located near a tower in Tungwa. Indeed, the plane was found, but all the passengers had sadly passed away. Thank you, Your Chair.
Thank you very much, Ms. Chimwemwe Kachikuo, for your straightforward presentation. We appreciate you taking time to write it down. It makes life easier for us. May I request members if they have any follow-up questions to Madam Kachikuo. Lilongwe Mude.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chairperson, and thank you, Ms. Kachikuo, for a very clear presentation. I just want to ask a small question from what you have said on page 5, the first paragraph, where when you gathered at Raiprai police unit, you were told that some people would continue searching and others should leave. Do you recall the person who told you that will continue searching and others should leave? Do you recall the person who said that? And on the second page, on your role, you said, I was tasked by His Honor to organize the race. Was it him personally contacting you or using an official in the office to contact you to organize the race? And did you remember the time you were contacted to organize the race? Thank you so much, Chair. Thank you.
Can you answer those questions?
Thank you, Honorable Member. Your first question refers to a paragraph on page 5. The person who addressed us that people can leave was not known to me. I don't know who that person was, but it was a security person. Yeah. And with regards to the wreaths, on page 2, it was His Honor who asked that I arrange the wreaths.
Do you remember the time you were contacted about it?
It was in the evening because it was after he had arrived, I think. Yeah, I think it was.
Kanabinoth?
Thank you, Chair. My question goes to page 3, the last paragraph. We waited for His Honor, arrived at the sewer, and were later told that the plane he was in had failed to land in Mzuzu due to bad weather. Can you remember who told you that the plane was failing to land? A person?
Unfortunately, I can't really remember who specifically said it, but it was, there was talk where I was sitting. People were talking and whispering that kanga tendeke abwana sina tele unzuzu because kasukuli bwino or whatever it was, the weather wasn't good. The language I can't remember exactly. Komano ziwoneka kuti sabwera. And I remember seeing kuti pandowa VP ujana zachisuntha, then Nkata which had left the previous day, kuti anati musamalire Nkata is, which means sizineso manja mwa police, because usually akamaka yala Nkata ija at a function amaka in the custody of our police Nkata sija. So in this case another patsano ifeyo. Yeah, that's what happened.
Planter Malabada.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. On page 5, you saying your colleagues and yourselves could not return to Lilongwe without knowing where the late Vice President was. Your office being quite independent, did you organize yourselves to discuss the next course of action? Did you find it important that you might want to continue searching for the missing airplane? Thank you.
No, we didn't discuss because we thought we didn't have the capacity. like I said, there were 4 of us in our car, myself and 2 other special assistants and a driver, and of course the admin team, which had come in advance. But there was no talk of us as an office continuing with the search. I do not recall that at all. So that's why we're asking that. We find it quite difficult for us to leave this place and go to Lilongwe without knowing where the VP is. Manje mutitandize tibeze maloko ugona. That's what happened.
That's Mayani, and then Zomba Tondo.
Thank you very much, Chair. Madam, I just wanted to appreciate on page, I think it's page 3, where you are referring to when you arrived in Mzuzu, at Mzuzu Sunbed Hotel, you printed a copy of the speech. I just wanted to appreciate the originality of the copy. Who gave you the copy? Was it a WhatsApp message? And who was the officer who had written the draft of the speech? Then finally, Chair, I just wondered if you can give us an appreciation on the weather when you left, especially when you get to Chikangawa at that early morning and all the way to Nkatabe. Thank you, Chair.
When we left Lilongwe for the funeral, it was quite early, and I believe it was the media director at that time who sent a copy of the speech. It was either him or my colleague, my office mate, because I think the talking points had been printed for him, for his honor, but we just needed like a backup. So that's what I went to print at the hotel. And also, we also went to freshen up before proceeding to Katabe. Oh, for the weather. It was a cold day. Some parts of the road, we experienced foggy weather along the way, some parts of the road. Yeah. Thank you.
Sampatondo.
Thank you so much, Chair. Thank you for your presentation. But I have a few questions. The first one is just to confirm if you mentioned that the one who told you to go back, that they would continue the search, was a security officer. But I just wanted to confirm with you, was it an army officer or a police officer? That's number one. Number two, I wanted, if you may recall, during the entire search period when you were there, do you recall any high-ranking government official or cabinet member who showed interest to help you in the search? I submit, Chair.
Proceed to answer those 2 questions.
It was quite dark when we gathered at the police unit, and I don't know if it was a police officer or an MDF officer, but I think that person was in some sort of uniform. I don't know. I don't know if it was a police or MDF officer. But it was somebody, obviously, with authority. Regarding a high-ranking officer offering to assist us, I don't recall having that conversation with anyone.
Chair, particularly like government officials that were there with you in Katabe during the funeral. I just wanted to get a picture. Did you see any of them helping in the search or closer to the search? Thank you.
No, I didn't. I don't recall seeing that person.
I guess members have exhausted their questions. You seem to have played a very simple task on this particular day. Preparing the wreaths and printing the speech, correct? Apart from accompanying him all the way to Katabe. Would be keen to find the speech. What was he going to say at the funeral? So you may not have it, but perhaps maybe the Secretariat can try and find out with the office. You have testified that there was a prepared speech. So, Secretariat, we need to follow up with the Office of the Vice President. You also mentioned about the wreaths that were given some familiar faces. I'm wondering, why did you not give the wreaths to senior government officials that were there? Was there any particular reason?
No, there was no particular reason. I just, we just felt comfortable leaving the wreaths with those particular gentlemen.
Okay, no, that's good enough. Other than that, this will be one of the shortest sessions we've had because of the simple task that you performed. If there may be anything else that you haven't disclosed, you feel like you should say, maybe this is your only opportunity since you were close to the former Vice President in terms of office work.
Thank you, Chair. I don't have much to say, but what I have to say, I think, has been echoed elsewhere. It's regarding preparedness for such incidents. Not only the equipment, but even the personnel. If government and other stakeholders can prepare better, it would help in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Chikangawa. You can take leave. I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Chair, and all committee members.